Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, this is Playboi Carti Me Part 2. I actually wasn't going to do this video, to be honest with you. I mixed the song for the guy and I was just going to leave it like that, just because I already did the tutorial. But I said, why not? You know, I love how it came out. One, it sounds a lot different from, you know, how I did it. Two, we're mixing it a little different, which is good. And three, it's male vocals. So I said, why not? The video has great responses. So here's the part 2. Like usual, we're going to go ahead and take off all the settings and we're going to listen to what it sounds like, and then we'll play with everything on.
For real, my niggas a slide for real. Yeah, they more than my nigga. I ain't like I'm good, but then they all cry for real. He mad at his bitches fucking on me. He calling her wife still. My bitch, she call me up cheating on camera, but I'm in the night still. Why? Cause I ain't shit. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and stop it right there. So that's how it sounds with nothing on. And now if we turn all the plugins on, we're gonna get this sound.
She ain't money on their back. Just seen how I was laughing. What's up with all of this capping? Yeah, no niggas don't dap. Yeah, it's a vibe for real. My niggas a slide for real. Yeah, they more than my nigga. I ain't like I'm good, but then they all cry for real. He mad at his bitches fucking on me. He calling her wife still. My bitch, she call me up cheating on camera, but I'm in the night still. Why? Cause I ain't shit. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into how I mixed this down. The first thing I did was use center for the beat. I just took out some of the lows, raised up the highs, removed some punches, lowered the volume of the beat, raised up the size and lowered the center. That way it just opens up the beat a little bit so the vocals can sit in it. And then I just turned the volume down to -8.4. And then as far as the intro / chorus, we use Waves Tune, which is the auto tune. And I have a speed at 15.4, note transition is 13, B minor alto. I didn't turn the speed and the note transition all the way down for the full effect of the auto tune because I didn't like how it sounded. So I just turned up the notch a little bit. And then we have the channel EQ. I show you guys this all the time. You know, you want to take out the lows, you want to sweep around these regions for the muddy parts and then just take it out. Then you raise up the highs just to kind of get that clarity going. And then I use the stock compressor. So Studio FET. So I have the threshold at -20.5, ratio at 3:1, makeup at 3:5, auto gain always turn off, and then the attack and the release are fast. And then I just have the de-esser to take out some of the T's, the S's, the P's, any of that stuff that you don't need. And then the first bus I have is repeater. It's just a delay. You can use H delay. I have it at a 1/4 note, and I have ping pong on. That way it kind of goes from ear to ear. And I have that setting at -18. And then I have the reverb, which is lustrous plate. This one I'm using silver plate. These are settings if you want to take it down. And I have it to -23. So that's the chorus / intro part. As far as the ad libs, same thing, kind of, sort of. I have the Waves Tune, but this time I have it up to 31.4, note transition at 21.6. So as you can see, I'm taking out more of the auto tune just because I just like how it sounds. Channel EQ is going to be the same exact settings. And as you can see, I don't have a compressor or a de-esser because it's the background vocals. I don't need all of that, but I did kind of want to give it a different sound. So I added the single band EQ, which is supposed to make it a telephone effect, but I didn't want it to sound like a telephone too much. So I turned down the frequency to 430. So now we have it going from this.
How about now? Yeah, these niggas be cap.
All right, to sounding like this.
How about now? Yeah, these niggas be cap.
All right, so if I was to turn it all the way up to, it's usually at around like, I don't know, I think it's at like 800 when you set it. It's like 7 something. It would have sounded like this.
How about now? Yeah, these niggas be cap.
But I didn't want it to sound like that, so I'm just going to turn it back. I think I had it at like 430 or something. So as far as the delay, we have it at -16.8, which is just a little bit higher than this one. And then the reverb at -22.5, which is also a little bit higher, not too much of a difference. So now we have this.
How about now? Yeah, these niggas be cap.
We did the verse a little different. Waves tune, I have it at 19.5 and 16.3. You don't want to use the same auto-tune settings all the way through. You want some parts to be a little bit more auto-tuney than others. So I didn't want the verse to have that full auto-tune like I had the chorus in the background. And then channel EQ is the same. And then I have a virtual mix track. So the first thing I did was the virtual channel, and I just raised it down around -5 or so. I have it right here. And then the drive is at 6. Trimmer to kind of take down the volume, I have that at negative 3.82. And then I just messed with these 3 notches right here, dialed it down right here, dialed it up, and then dialed this part down. Threshold, I have it -28.4 for this compressor, 3 for the ratio, slow attack, fast release, and then the makeup, which is the volume, I have it at 2.84. And then revival, just to add a little extra, I have that at 9.54 and 6.66. Ooh, let's change that. I don't like that. 6.73.
They more than my nigga, I ain't like I'm good, but then they all crying for real. He mad that his bitch is fucking on me and he calling her wifey still. My bitch, she called me up cheating on camera, but I'm in the night still.
So as you can see, it took out some of the harshness of the vocals when he was rapping, but you still keep the same volume level and everything like that. So then bus 1, which is the repeater, I have it at -40. I dialed it back to where you barely hear. You guys, I don't like too much delay to be all over the song. So if you have it on every single track, it's just too much. So I dialed that down some. And then as far as the reverb, I have it at -22.5. So now we have this.
Yeah, it's a vibe for real. My niggas a slide for real. They more than my nigga, I ain't like I'm good, but then they all crying for real. He mad that his bitch is fucking on me and he calling her wifey still. My bitch, she called me up cheating on camera, but I'm in the night still. Why? Cause I ain't shit.
And that's really it. I never go into the mastering because I'm still trying to learn how to master correctly. So I don't want to give you guys wrong information. That's why I never go into it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
She want a young nigga. Just in